Welcome to the Art of Hitting channel. Today we have a critical piece of good information to become a better hitter. Focus. The difference between focus and concentration. And we'll even have a little test for you to see how good you focus and concentrate. So we'll test you.
In the end, this is a strong statement I'm going to make here. Focus is a sports skill. It's every bit as much a sports skill as our running skills, our hurdling skills, our jumping skills, or our throwing skills. In fact, focus, in my opinion, is the single most fundamental sports skill. All track athletes, they all don't have to run. They all don't have to jump. They all don't have to throw. But they all have to think. They all have to be focused. If they aren't focused, they're distracted. They're not focused, can't deliver their best. Focus is a skill. It's a sports skill. It's the most fundamental sports skill. And I think possibly the most important sports skill. And the good news here is that as track coaches, that's what we do. We teach skills. We teach sports skills. We don't pass a ball around. We don't have offenses and defenses. We don't have schemes and strategies. We don't have various formations and plays. We don't press. We don't have a zone press. We teach skills. And we are great teachers of skills. So coaches, you and I, our coaching staff, as a coaching community, we can and we must teach the skill of focus to our athletes. It isn't just say, you've got to focus. We don't just go, you've got to jump higher. You've got to throw it farther. That's not what we do. We teach them the skills. We break it down into its sub-skills. And then we put the parts back together into a whole movement so that they can throw farther, jump higher, run faster, hurdle quicker. We teach skills.
Now, as we promised, we got a little test for you. It's a focus test. You're focused on these next few slides, and we'll have a couple of questions at the end. So take in all the data, focus on gathering all the data on these next slides, and I will ask you a couple of questions at the end. We'll see how well you focus. Okay, let's see how good your focus was. Tell me what the girls were holding in their hand, and then tell me what color were the dresses the girls were wearing. Simple as that. Just put a slide in here of a ball player hitting the ball, and so you can have a few seconds to think about the questions. What were the girls holding and what color were their dresses? And the next slide will give you the answer, and then we'll continue. So let's see how you did. One girl was holding her phone. The other girl was holding a beer. So were you focused? Do you have what it takes to stay focused? Well, let's get back to my man to explain how
We had 3 of these
to
skills
do this.
in the skills of focus. Time orientation, positive self-talk, composure, optimal arousal. Now we turn to concentration. A lot of times, remember we said people think focus and concentration are the same thing. No, focus is the bigger thing. Concentration is a big piece of focus. Concentration is all about finding the right information in your environment, the information that matters, that's relevant to what you do. Find that information, stay focused on it. But if there's some information that matters, and we have to figure out what is that information, that necessarily means that there's a lot of information in that environment. So in the sport environment, there's a lot of information. Some of that information is absolutely irrelevant, doesn't matter at all. But in fact, if we happen to pay attention to that irrelevant information, let our attention go there, it would absolutely distract us and it would hurt our performance. So we need to figure out, of all the information out there on any given day or at any given setting or in a competition, what's the information that matters? Now, coach, that means you're going to teach them. This stuff matters, this stuff doesn't matter. Find the stuff that matters, that's relevant. Find the stuff that matters, stay focused on it. When you do, that necessarily means the stuff that doesn't matter is just gone. You're not attending to that at all because you're focused on, you're thinking about, you're concentrating on the stuff that matters. Now, this means that all these times we say, well, you got to block things out. This means that that's nonsense. That's exactly what it means. There is no such thing as block out. A lot of people say it all the time. Okay, but okay, Bobby, look at, I don't want you to notice, but your girlfriend's up in the stands, and boy, the guy she's sitting next to is really sitting close to her. But I want you to block that out because it's a big play. So, all right, good, block that out. But you tell me, what's Bobby thinking about? All right, now, I'm not trying to be silly. I'm trying to get to the point. There is no block out. You say block out blue, you're immediately on blue. There is no block out. There's nothing in the psychological literature that talks about block out. It only talks about think. You only think one thing at a time. So you find the things that matter, you stay focused on that, the other stuff's gone. Not because you blocked it out, but because you directed your attention to the things that matter. David Cook, Cook's model of concentration, gives us a simple 4-step routine that an athlete can use every single time before performance to get right to totally focused, concentrating on the things that matter. And instead of starting with block out, it starts with observe, see everything. That's why you get to competition sites early. It's why you go through warm-up, so you can become acclimated to the environment. You see everything. And in seeing everything, the closer you get to competition, you let your attention go to the things that matter. And that means the things that don't matter just kind of went away. All that's in your attentional field are the things that matter. Starts by observing everything. Find what matters, find what doesn't matter, pick out the things that matter, let your attention go to the things that matter. Okay, in nearly every sport, I think every sport, coaches with their athletes and team have 1 or 2 or maybe 3, but not 23, 2 or 3, not 23, 2 or 3 key points, key focal points, key strategic points, key concepts, keys that if we focus on this today and this, it's all going to work. These are the things we're focused on. These are our key points, our relevant points. Right? That's our strategy. Focus on those keys, those 1, 2, 3 things for this performance to happen.
Well, obviously this guy is a track coach, but everything he's saying about focus is extremely important. to softball players also. Is focus and concentration the same? I mean, they're not the same, but you need to use them in a different manner. Find the stuff that matters and stay focused on the stuff that matters. Watch these people hitting. That's exactly what they're doing. They're staying focused on the ball, where they're at, what they're doing, and they have specific intent, and they attack the ball.
Yeah, you're getting loose now.
All these things. There's all kinds of ways to explain this. I hope it was helpful. We got many other videos for you to watch. Please hit subscribe. I hope you enjoyed this with a little tongue in cheek. Thank you.